Good morning or afternoon. Today we're looking at number 54, Patterns with Pickups in book number 1. We have one new concept in this tune today, and that is the concept of a pickup note. A pickup note is a note, or sometimes it's multiple notes, that happen before the first measure. So that means that this note right here at the very beginning, the first note of the song, this is not a measure. If it was a measure, then there would be 4 counts here because we are in the 4/4 time signature. So instead, this is measure 1. Measure 1 starts with this dotted half note. Now this right here came from the very last measure. So you'll see from the fact that we're in 4/4 time, the very last measure has 3 counts in it. Well, here's the 4th count. It was subtracted from the end and taken to the beginning. That's not always how they do it. Sometimes the last measure just ends with the proper number of counts and they just put the note here at the beginning. But in this case, that's the way it works. So the way that you would start this piece is instead of 1, 2, ready, go, it would be 1, 2, 3, and then you would play this note on count 4, and then you'd be back to measure number 1 on the following count. So it would be 1, 2, 3. Da dum, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So looking at the piece itself, the version in Smart Music has a repeat sign with a first ending and a second ending, and then an internal repeat. The one in your book does not have that, so just do what the book says. Going through the piece though, note that you've got several 3-count notes. That is a dotted half note, 3 counts. And then you've got a little bit of weird timing there, so just make sure you're counting in your head. And then here you're going to go from forte to piano, and then from piano back to forte. And that's really all there is to it. As long as you're counting accurately and playing the pickup note, you'll be fine. Percussion, it looks to me like there is not a dedicated snare drum or bass drum part on this one, so you might want to find a mallet instrument to play this one. The way that you would play a suspended cymbal roll, that's what it looks like, by the way. On the suspended cymbal, you would use your yarn mallets and then put them on the very outside edges of the suspended cymbal. It should be a pretty smooth effect, and if you're doing it correctly, you shouldn't be able to hear any of the individual beats of the mallets. So good luck with this new concept. Do your best. Start slowly. Remember, pick up notes that occur before the first measure.